One. Let's see, that is 5 lights and we are away. So Castle gets a pretty good start. Looks like the Force Indians are kind of battling each other, one of them moving straight to the inside, but Castle gets a very good start. Force India down the inside. Is anything going to happen? Doesn't look like it is. That's AJ already taking second place, and we see Santi dropping all the way down and Matt's dropping down as well. But right now we're going to stick with these two. Let's just jump back up and see what's going on here. So we've got some guys starting in the pit lane maybe. Not sure who that might be. But someone is quite far behind right now. Is it the safety car? The safety car is out! That is the safety car that I can see in the pit coming out of the pit lane there. Not sure why the safety cars come out because all the cars are still moving. This new update from F1 Codemasters, I think it was patch 121, that is making the safety car come out so often. And these drivers are going to have to drive all the way around this track now and meet the safety car at the exit of turn 2. You can see it stopped on track right there. So I'm not sure why that came out. There was an incident with Mats and Santi. Let's have a look if we can see any damage on their wings. Santi's looks okay. Doesn't look like he's missing anything. Mats has completely lost all of his winglets and end plates. His entire front wing, apart from the nose, is actually gone. So maybe that's why. Maybe there was some debris on track and they needed to clear it up, and that's why the safety car has come out. So there was a turn 1 incident, but everyone is still racing, which is good. Unfortunately for Mats, the guy who won in Spain last week, will have to pit now, but he will have the safety car there that's going to be driving these cars around slowly, so it's not going to be that much of a problem because he's going to be able to catch them up immediately, and they've got to wait for the pack to bunch up too before they can begin racing. So although it was a bit of a bad start for Mats, he's dropped down 6 places, as has Santi. It's not the end of the world right now because of this safety car. So he's going to be coming into the pits. It looks like it's just Matt's coming into... No, we've got 2 more drivers coming into the pits too. Great. So we've got Havoc in the pits and we've also got Mary in the pits. So are they trying to go all the way to the end on hard tyres? Let's see what some of them are putting on. Havoc's in front. Let's see what tyres he's putting on. Havoc's putting the softs back on. Mary's put the mediums on. And Mats has put the mediums on too, so these guys, apart from Havoc, are going long. They're going for a longer first stint than the other drivers, and they're going to come out on track now and attempt to catch back up with the pack. So we're going to jump back up to the race leader. One thing you do need to always look out for when you're under the safety car is that it's really hard to maintain a really slow pace because the safety car drives so slowly, and if you touch another driver under the safety car, it's an immediate 5-second penalty, and you want to avoid that at all costs. So if this happens consistently throughout this season, we're going to have to maybe enforce a new rule where drivers must stay at least 5 lengths car apart whilst the safety car is out. But if the safety car is obviously coming in, then they can bunch up a bit closer. But it really does affect some people's races when they get a 5-second penalty because someone behind them hit them. So you have to be really careful. Again, another one of these things these drivers are having to consider. Right now they're trying to keep the tyre temperatures up. They're trying to not put too much deg on the tyre, swerving left and right. They're trying to maintain the pace so they don't drop down and get a penalty. And they're turning all their fuel down, turning all their ERS down to make sure they have it all ready to attack when the safety car comes in. But it should be coming in this lap. Let's jump on board and see how much fuel these guys have. They've got 30 laps of fuel. Just over 30 laps of fuel, so that will get them to the end, but they're going to be absolutely squirting it after this and putting it into full fuel mode so they can really try and break away, because there aren't many straights on here. There's not many places to overtake, but certainly if you're close enough after turn 2, you can get that overtake done, even if you don't have DRS yet and the cars are full of fuel. So that's going to be another thing that's going to be super interesting to watch. While the safety car is out, just to let you know, we do have the Division 2 racing at just after 7 p.m. UTC here today as well. They'll be racing in Australia too, and that will be the current slower drivers who are developing and working their way up to no assists, which is what this league is currently using. The only assist they're actually allowed is racing line in corners. They have no ABS, they have no traction. For all intents and purposes, they are riding these cars as if they were F1 drivers, but they do get the additional benefit of having a racing line. But next season, that is coming off, and we are going to see how hard these drivers can really race when they don't have the racing line through the corners there. So I haven't seen an indicator. Oh, safety car, there it is. Safety car is coming in this lap. So this is it. They're going to be, you can see he's already slowing down. He's letting the safety car break away, and he's going to want to start heating up those tyres. Let's see if we can see what temperature they're currently at. He's currently got them at about 90 and 80 degrees, maybe 80 on the right tyres, 90 on the left ones. There's the one, the left tyres are the ones that are going to be getting the most load throughout this race because this is a clockwise track. Havoc has picked up a 5-second penalty for a collision with Bagpuss, even though Bagpuss is 2 cars ahead of him. How did that happen? Anyway, we're going to begin. You're not allowed to overtake until you get the green flag and you cross the line. And there we go, Castle is away. So he's got AJ right behind him already. Almost there. Can AJ get it done now? Let's have a look. Switch to the onboard. He's gone down the outside. Can he break a bit later? He's turned it. He's taken the apex. And AJ has taken the lead for the OFR Season 1 Division 1 race. On lap 4 after the safety car, AJ got that done. Congratulations, AJ. Now we're quickly just going to jump down the grid to see if anything else is happening. Everyone is very close, but I don't think everyone's in an overtaking position. AJ knew he had to get that done as soon as possible, and he got that done. This track is so difficult to overtake on, and he did it. Congratulations, AJ. But don't expect Castle to give up anytime soon. Now, the closest on track currently is Santi and Bagpuss, so we're going to ride on board with these guys. We've got a Force India going down the inside of a Red Bull, Ferrari going down the inside of a Red Bull there. That's Castle and Max battling it out. Or, I beg your pardon, that's Yax and Max. Jan and Max battling it out. Sorry, I'm getting confused with all these names. So I'll tell you what, we'll jump up to... We'll stay with Santi because it looks like he's about to get something done. Santi has overtaken Bagpuss now as they went through turn 11 and 12. And it also looks like Havoc is also going to take advantage of this as well. Can he dive down the inside of Bagpuss? Yes, he can, and he's overtaken Bagpuss. So Bagpuss must be struggling. Maybe he didn't get the temperature in his tyres, but he is struggling a bit, and he's been overtaken by 2 people now, but he is 2 up from where he started. In the meantime, Jan, let's jump to Jan, because I think Jan is extremely close, oh, not that close, but close to Max right now, and Santi is about to make a move on Leica. Can he do it? Can he do it into turn 1? No. Yes, he can. Oh, he's gone down the inside. A little bit of contact, and Leica has come off. He's managed to keep his car there, so he hasn't lost out too much. He did get pushed out, I think, there, so we will have to be careful. It doesn't look like he had any damage, but I think Santi may have squeezed him there. We'll have to wait and see. But wow, what a race this is so far. AJ is pulling away, Castle is pulling away, Max is defending Jan. We've got a battle going on between Bagpuss and Havoc as well. And then further up the field, we've got a battle with Jan and Max too. So let's stay on board with Jan right now and see if he can do anything to Max as they're coming through turns 9 right now. Lock up there slightly on the right 2 tyres by Jan, but he has managed to decrease the gap between him and Max. He's just 5/10 behind. He will get a benefit of a slipstream here, and they are coming through to really fast corners 11 and 12. This is the danger zone. This is where you're going to see drivers come off the track if ever they're going to do it. But still, it's an absolutely fantastic race so far, and the field is not that spread out. We do have battles going on all around. I think the furthest 2 apart right now are the front runners. AJ is 2.3 seconds ahead of Castle, and Castle's 2.9 seconds ahead of Max. But this is something's going to happen. This is where it's going to be. So we'll ride on board with these guys now and see who's closest. We've got Bagpuss and Havoc. We're going to jump down to Bagpuss and see if he can do anything. Doesn't look like it yet. Might be a bit too far away, but we'll stay on board with him and see how he does. He had a far better entry into turn 1 than Havoc did. They both probably matched each other through turn 2. But right now, Leica's gaining on Mats. Now, these two, this is a battle that you're going to want to keep an eye on this season. Last season, the battle was Leica and Max. That's Maximus there. All the time they were battling it out. One of the greatest races I have ever seen in the USA track. But Mats and Max, they practice together. Sorry, Mats and Leica, they practice together throughout the week. They are constantly pushing each other. A little bit of trash and smack talk here and there. And I'm telling you now, these two are going to be the ones to watch this season. Fifi has just said he's in his play seat wanting to practice, but this is too entertaining. Fifi's one of our D2 drivers. He also races in another league, RLH, with me. I'm his teammate there. He's a pretty good driver. He's one of the drivers that have developed so much from when this was F1 IR. Now we're OFR. Fifi is up there with some of the fastest in D2 right now. So shout out to Fifi. Thank you for coming and watching. See you in D2, my friend. So it looks like Santi and Jan might be having a little battle right now. Let's see if we can see how close Santi is. Santi is very close. Now, I don't think it's going to happen here, but probably if it's going to happen, it will be on the next straight. So let's keep an eye on this as they are both closing in on Max as well. There goes Santi down the inside into turn 2. Congratulations, Santi. What an overtake. Can Jan do anything? Yes, he can. He is staying down the inside and he's taking the line as well. Oof, there was a bit of a kiss there. Looks like Jan's front left tyre hit the side pod of Santi, but they're both still on track and this race is still going on. These two are the closest on track right now, so we're going to stick with them as they're going through sector 2 into turn 6. Bit of a lock up there from Jan, but so many battles going on right now. This is definitely entertaining. These D1 drivers are such good drivers. Although there's been a bit of contact, I think overall they are keeping it very clean. But right now we're going to switch back down to Leica to see if he's trying to make a move on Mats as they come through turn 10 there. We're going to ride on board. He's got his ERS set to overtake. He's not doing any fuel management right now, so he's got a hell of a lot of fuel waiting for the end of the race. And he's got DRS, and Matt's had a very scruffy exit out of turn 12. Can Leica get this done now? He's gone down the inside. Can he brake late? Yes, he can. He's gone down the inside into turn 13, and he has managed to overtake Matt. Matt is not going to be happy with that. He wanted to stay ahead of Leica this entire race, but Leica has got that overtake done. Congratulations, Leica. Let's just switch to the tyres quickly to see which ones they have on. So Matt actually has the hard tyres on right now. He put those on in lap 1. So I don't think he's going to be able to go to the end on these tyres. Whilst we were practicing today, we were looking at about 60-70% wear after 20 laps. So he's not going to be able to go to the end, but expect him to fight back towards the end. But saying that, Leica is also going to be on the soft tyres a little bit later on as well. So it's going to be towards the end of the race that we're going to see a lot more battles too, so do stay tuned. So we're going to stick with these guys for now because they are the closest on track. As soon as that gap between Jan and Santi drops down, we will jump to them. But right now, AJ, who did the absolutely fantastic overtake into turn 1 after the safety car, is currently leading the race on those soft tyres. Almost, oh, there we go, it's 4 seconds ahead now of Castle, and behind Castle, Maximus is 3.4 seconds away. Jan has reduced that gap to 0.6 seconds. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. We've got a Ferrari off. We have a Ferrari off, and it's Castle. Castle has come off in the danger zone after turn 12. That was the one that we said you need to look out for, and it has caught him out. Has he got any wing damage? It doesn't look like he has. I don't know how he's managed to keep that wing from getting hit on the walls there, but I don't think... Will he come in? We'll have to wait and see. But that means Castle has dropped down now, and Leica has adopted 7th place, and Bagpuss has adopted 6th place as well. Castle did qualify pole with that amazing lap in the rain. It was almost a full wet lap, but it looks like Castle is staying out. And turn 12, 11 and 12 caught another one of these great drivers. Simon, you can believe me, my throat is on fire right now, but I've taken a bit of medication and I am powering through as everyone told me to. Devils. But anyway, that's Simon, who's another D2 driver racing for Renault, apparently as a second driver. Not sure who his teammate is, but he is a lot faster. And I think Simon's going to be playing catch-up throughout this entire D2 season. Anyway, we'll wait and see. Back to the race. Now, Santi, when jump up, sorry for the switching there, but Santi is very, very close behind Max now. Looks like Max may have made a mistake. No, Santi is the one who's made a mistake. Because Santi is now 3/10 behind. I'm not sure what's going on there. I may have made a mistake. Ah, it was Castle, of course, yes. Castle made a mistake into turn 12, dropped all the way down. That pushed Max up into second place and Santi into third. But Santi is pushing Max now. Santi is on the soft tyres, Max is on the mediums, but round about now 10 laps. That's quite a distance to take these soft tyres, but Santi is very close behind. Amazing exit out of turn 16. DRS wide open. He's going to switch to the inside. Can Max defend? I don't think he's going to be able to. Let's switch to Max and see. No, he is not, and Santi has got the overtake done. But will Max have enough slipstream, even though Santi has DRS, to get him again into turn 3? I don't think he will. No, he won't. And Santi has now taken that second place. But Jan, very, very close behind Max also. Ooh, huge kick of oversteer there. Jan needs to be very careful. Bring it up a gear, Jan. You're revving too high and it's going to spin those rear tyres and heat them up. But Jan has dropped down 9/10 behind now. Leica is just 5/10 behind Bagpuss. So let's jump to Leica and see how he's getting on as he goes through turn 5 there. Another danger zone. Bagpuss is also very close behind Havoc right now, so something's going to happen here. Let's switch to the spectator mode and see what can happen. So they're just coming through turn 8 right now, approaching turn 9. Leica just 5/10 behind, Bagpuss just 2/10 behind. Right now Bagpuss is caught in a Williams sandwich. Let's jump to Bagpuss and see if he can get any overtake done on Havoc. Is Havoc slowing Bagpuss down to let Leica overtake them? Who knows? Conspiracy. Is Bagpuss's career over? We don't know. But they're going very, very fast, and Leica dives down the inside, undertakes Bagpuss and pushes him slightly wide. That was very fair. Thank God you guys kept that clean. Such fantastic racers. Well done. But Leica has moved up now and Bagpuss has dropped down. Now, I imagine we're going to see some team orders sometime soon because Leica seems to be a lot faster around Australia as we see Castle coming into the pits. Jan coming into the pits, I beg your pardon, and Castle. So both Ferraris are now in the pits. But Leica is a lot faster than... Oh, Castle picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Super unfortunate. As I was saying, Leica is faster than Havoc according to the practice time. And as we can see there, team orders, multi-21. Something has happened. Leica has overtaken and oh, he spun! Leica has spun! I'm not sure if his teammate hit him there, but Leica has come off the track. Oh my goodness, that is not what he wanted. He is reversing. Let's see his front wing. He's got some damage there, I bet. But he needs to get back on track quickly. Come on, you can do it, Leica. Yeah, he has a lot of front left damage there. And he is going to have to limp back to the pits. But what on earth happened there? The team switched positions. I don't think Havoc hit him. We had a pretty good helicopter view there. And I think Leica just got too much curb and spun out of control. Damn. This is why we should just let the drivers race, don't switch positions, let the overtaking be done fairly. Oh, that is so terrible to see. Unfortunate there, Leica. But we're going to jump back up to Mats right now because Mats is gaining on Bagpuss too. Now, we're going to quickly switch to the stops to see who's done the stops. So, 5, 6, 7, and 8 have stopped. That's Matt, Mary, Havoc, and Jan. Also, Castle in 10th place, who may be going to the end. Santi is now coming to the pits. And that's going to drop him down a few places too. I wonder if Mats is going to be able to take him because Santi, it looks like he's already done he's doing his stop now. So Mats is going to overtake him after already doing his stop at the very beginning. But Mats will have to pit again. Let us not forget that. But while all this is going on in the pits, we're going to jump down to Castle, who is very close behind Leica now. And we can see he is overtaking Leica. Leica pushing him a little bit wide there. But Leica is coming into the pits right now. Excuse me. Leica is coming into the pits right now, and he is going to have to change his wing, possibly go onto the hard tyres too, because he's not going to be able to get to the end on softs. So what is he going to put on? Let's have a look. Yes, he's putting on the hard, so he is going to go to the end, as you can see them replacing his front wing there. And he has put the hards on, so I doubt he's going to pit again unless there's a safety car. We're going to quickly jump back up to Mats because he's very close behind Bagpuss now. Bagpuss still hasn't stopped. His tyres that he has on are the soft, so he's gone from the beginning on those soft tyres. They should be falling off, you know, at least 2 laps ago, but he's still managing to keep up some pace as Mats is now gaining on him. DRS open, not going to make a move here, he's a bit too far behind. But you have to remember as well, Mats is on the hard tyres, and he's been on those for 10 laps too, because you have to pit at the beginning. So Max is going to have to pit soon again. I'm just not sure when. As we see Bagpuss come into the pits now, those tyres must be done. But Max has adopted first place, although he still has to pit, and Santi is now on the back of Mary. It's got to happen now. It has to happen now. Santi is so close behind Mary. Oh, Santi's... Oh, I think he lost a bit of downforce as he was trying to swerve behind him there. He went into the wall, but I don't think he's got any damage, so he got away with that one, thankfully. But as you can see how much better traction he has as he's coming out of the corners here. Mary's going to have to give up this position, but he's still defending, you can see. Santi's not going to be able to get it done now. Can he do it out of turn 12? Be careful, guys. This is the danger zone. Yes, you are being careful. And yes, Santi's DRS is now open. As you see, Mary again switch to the inside. But Santi switches back and he's going to outbrake him and overtake him into turn 13. Well done, Santi. Brilliant job there. Keep those medium tyres for the next 15 laps and you might be on a podium here. So, is Mary going to pit? He's not pitting yet. Oh, he's on the hard. So you'll probably be able to take these to lap 15 or so. Maybe even lap 18, 17, 18, somewhere around there. But what a race this has turned out to be so far. Communist Kermit, glad to have you in the stream. Unfortunately, he won't be racing with us in D2 because he has family matters to attend to, but we will see him next week. That's Communist Kermit, the commentator for OFR, who usually commentates here, but because he has family issues, I'm taking his spot right now. So hopefully next week he'll be back here commentating away with either me or Figgy. So we're 14 laps in, just under halfway. It's this absolutely fantastic first race of the season with Online Formula Racing Division 1. We're at Melbourne. We've had an absolutely amazing first half of this race. You know, great, not dangerous incidents, but great incidents on every single lap so far. So many overtakes, so many dive bombs, so many oversteer. Drivers coming off. It has been a great start. And we have to praise these amazing drivers for the work they are doing too, as we see 2 lockups as they go through turn 13 there. These drivers really are the best of the best in OFR. They are riding with 0 assists apart from racing line in corners right now, where even some of them, for example Bagpuss, I'm not sure about the rest, so if I have missed you out, apologies, but some of them aren't using any assists at all, and I know Bagpuss is one of those. He's got absolutely 0, no racing line, nothing. I suppose the only assist he might have on is the camera TV pod, but I think he also rides in cockpit cam 2. Lex is another driver in D2 who's also moved to no assist recently, and this is the direction that this league is taking to. We are a development league and we are trying to push all drivers to race no assists. That's why the Division 2 assists do allow medium traction. Currently it allows an automatic gearbox, although no driver currently uses it. It does allow racing line in corners too, but other than that, those are the only assists D2 has. And over time, this will also start to push towards no assist too. So next season there will be manual gearbox only, and we may also remove the traction too, since Division 1 is going to have no traction. We might just move Division 2 up to Division 1 assists. But Havoc right now is very close behind. Sorry for jumping like that, but Havoc is very close behind Santi. I'm not sure if Santi just came out of the pits. Santi is on 0 lap medium, so he has just come out of the pits, but Havoc is gaining. Wow! Fantastically fast into turn 6 there. I don't know how we stopped the car in time from hitting in the back of Santi. Oh, he's dived down the inside! Oh, and Santi spun him. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Now, I think that is going to be very hard to figure out who was at fault there, because Havoc did dive down aggressively down the inside, but I think he may have got the overtake done. He needs to be careful not to hit the wall here as his teammate Leica overtakes him now. Mark is asking what happened to Leica. Well, he had an incident after he overtook his teammate, a little bit of team orders. They were swapping around on track. I'm not sure if his teammate hit him, but he spun outside of turn 3. It was very, very unfortunate, but he is still racing, so that is positive news. It's nice to see that he is still on track and he is still racing, because he will still get some points here. All these drivers have to do, because there's only 10 this weekend, all they have to do is finish the race, get the checkered flag, and they will be getting points. If they DNF, they will not be getting points. So this is why it is crucial that you keep racing. And of course, the more you race, the more you gain experience and the better you will become. So first of all, thanks to everyone who's still racing after the incidents. Takes a big man to do that, and you are doing it, so congratulations. And now we are going to jump back up to Jan, because he seems to be the closest to Mary on track right now. Yeah, that Havoc move was the Torpedo. Maybe that could be Havoc's new nickname, the Torpedo. Thanks for that, Vilsek. Vilsek is another D2 driver, one of the new drivers that we have, and he is very, very quick as well. Super competitive, super aggressive, clean, fair racer though, and it's going to be great to be driving with him after this session also. Let's just hope my medication will still be active so I can race there as well. Fifi's asking if it's vodka time. What do you mean, is it vodka time? It's always vodka time, Fifi, but not for you because you're too young. But anyway, we're on lap 17 of the first race in Division 1 for online Formula Racing. We are 17 laps in the Australian Grand Prix. We have 10 drivers here with us this weekend. 2 couldn't make it. Super eventful race so far. If you're just joining us, thanks. We're going to have another Division 2 race a bit later on. 7 PM UTC and GMT2. There's going to be a few more drivers there, and if it's anything like the last race in Austria, it's going to be really interesting to see. We had the big team selection event. Everyone got the team that they wanted, especially Norris and Shador. They are big F1 fans and big Haas fans as well, and they got their car, so congratulations for that. Jan is gaining on Mary right now. They're just going through the danger zone at 11 and 12. Jan's going to have DRS. He's opened his DRS. Is he able to do anything? I don't think so yet. But let's keep on board with these two, because something will happen soon, as Jan is now just 3/10 behind. He's going to lose a little bit of time as he's coming through this section, because it is one where you need a lot of downforce to get through these fast and tight corners. As Max pits. Oh, Jan's got a little bit wide there. And he's drifting around turn 16, and he's not going to be able to get that overtake done anytime soon. But Max is in the pits, and he's coming out now. So where is he coming out? He's put on the soft tyres. So Max is going to attempt to go 11 laps on these soft tyres. He will come out just ahead of Castle. You can see him out now. Bit of a lock up there from Jan, but we're going to see what Max's lap times are looking like. So until some drivers get closer, let's ride on board with Max and see how he gets on. So he's just gone through turn 6. He is on basically his outlap, so he's going to have to bring these tyres up to temperature. He doesn't want to push too hard, because if those rears lose grip, say goodbye to your front wing on this really narrow track. You can see how close the barriers are to the edge of the track. You can just about fit the width of the wheel in there. As he enters the danger zone. Got yellow flag in sector 2. Doesn't look like it's a big incident. I think one of the Force Indies just went a bit wide through turn 6, that's all, so nothing major. Thanks, Codemasters, for adding this track map. It really does help to see what's going on. But Max is already reduced the time between him and Jan. We got another yellow flag in sector 2, but again, I think that was just another turn 6 incident with one of the Williams this time. But Max is now just down to 1.8 seconds, so Max is on the hunt for Ren Jan. Sorry, terrible joke. And here he comes. Now he's just 1.8 seconds behind, but Jan is also catching Mary again too, 8/10 behind. Max has picked up 1/10 already again. We'll switch to the spectator cam until he gets a little bit closer. But this is the battle to watch right now on lap 19. What you do have to remember is that Max does have to bring these tyres another 10 laps, so we need to be careful here that he doesn't overheat and overuse these tyres too early on. He needs to get these overtakes done quickly. Right now we're going to switch to Jan because he is about to make a move on Mary. So nice to see Mary up there. Has Mary pitted yet? No, Mary still hasn't pitted. Oh, he's done one stop, I beg your pardon. Is Mary going to the end on these tyres? He must have done a stop really early on. He may have been caught up in that first lap incident. He may have pitted and he's had these laps on ever since. But Jan is so close now, we're going to switch on board. We're just going to check where Max is as well. Jan, can he dive down the inside? Not yet. Leica has unfortunately retired from the session. Let's just check what happened. He's gone into the wall outside of turn 4. But we're going to quickly, again, sorry for the switching really quickly, but we're going to switch to Jan and just see what's going on. Jan has overtaken Mary. Max is about to overtake as well as we see Mary go into the pits. And now Max is on the hunt for the red Ferrari. That's Jan in second place. Is Max looking at a podium here? Let's hope so, but let's not forget Matt's virtual safety car. There's a virtual safety car on track. I think that is because Leica unfortunately DNF'd his car on the track. So we have a virtual safety car. They're going to have to watch their speed and race to a delta. Again, another thing that these drivers have to take care of. The delta is basically the difference between their time and the required lap time. Delta is D. It's basically just the variable they use in maths when they want to reference something beginning with D. And it is a difference to... and they're going to have to race towards that. So this is another one of these attributes that these drivers are having to take on board as they're riding around. So right now they're going to be switching their ERS off, as you can see Max has done, switching his fuel down, as you can see Max has done, keeping the tyres up, and now you can see he's turned his ERS back up because the virtual safety car is back in, and Max has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. These are not the mistakes that you expect these D1 drivers to be making, but again, they have so much things to do when the virtual safety car is out. Everything I just mentioned, including keeping your tyre deck down, keeping your tyre temperatures up, and making sure you don't lose time to the driver in front. And now Max has picked up a drive-through penalty, unfortunately. So he's going to be finishing a bit further down the field, and it's really sad that we don't see Leica finishing this race. He won't be picking up a point, unfortunately, but he did have a very difficult race based on what we saw. But Max is very, very close behind Jan right now. Something is going to happen. Let's switch to the spectator cam and see what's going on. Here we go, Max is so close behind already. He's got his DRS open and he's gone down the inside. Let's switch to Jan because Jan is going to be the one that we want to look at right now to see if he can do anything again. No, he cannot. Max is taking a bit less of the inside curve than he probably wanted. But remember, he has got to nurse these tyres home. 9 more laps on these tyres he has to go, so he needs to be very, very careful. As we see Jan doing a full 4-wheel lock up there. Always great to see the smoke coming off, but it is so bad for their tyres. Just a reminder, these drivers are not using ABS, and that is why you are seeing these huge lockups. But we're going to jump down to Bagpuss right now because he is gaining on his teammate. Are we going to see some more team orders? And if we are, will they keep it cleaner than the Williams did? Mary's on 1 lap old soft, so he should be pulling away from Bagpuss, who is on 8 lap old mediums right now. But it doesn't look like there's any team orders taking place right now. And it looks like Mary's slightly pulling away. Let's keep an eye on the gap. It's 8 tenths currently. It's just moved up to just under 9 tenths. Havoc's just picked up a 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings. Unfortunately, he must be cutting some corners somewhere. But Mary has pulled away. So yeah, that's what we expect. Mary's tyres are younger, they are fresher, and they are cooler. So he will be able to pull away from his teammate Bagpuss there. So, just an announcement, because of the time currently, The Division 2 may also be postponed by 15 minutes to have a suitable break between the end of this race and the start of Division 2. So if any of the Division 2 drivers are listening, if that is a problem for you, then you need to let me know on Discord now, if you don't mind. And we did have to postpone this race, so it would make sense to also postpone D2. So if you can do that, that would be absolutely great. But right now we are on lap 22, coming up to the final third of this race. Lap 23 has just begun. We've got AJ in first place. He did an absolutely whopping overtake on Castle for first place when the safety car ended. Not sure why that safety car came out. There will be questions for the stewards towards the end of the race because that did affect a few guys' races. There was an incident in lap 1, turn 1, that brought the safety car out, I beg your pardon. Yeah, there'll obviously be some reports, but there was a big incident between Havoc and Santi. Both of them are still racing, thankfully. I don't think any of them had too much damage either, but Havoc dive bombed Santi into turn 9, and it looked like he actually got the overtake done, but I don't think he could turn his car into turn 10 quick enough, and then he cut across the racing line, and I think took Santi out with him, but we'll have to see it towards the end of the race. There was also an incident between Havoc and Leica, the Williams drivers. These two are teammates. Leica overtook Havoc. I think Havoc was moving out the way for him on the second straight on the entry to turn 3, and then as they were coming through turn 3, they were very close together, and I couldn't figure out if there was contact or not, but Leica just lost the rear, and then that caused him to lose the front end, and his car just went straight into the wall on the right hand side of the track. It was very unfortunate to see. And then we just saw outside of turn 4, he has unfortunately retired his car, gone straight into the wall. And we have lost one driver, which is Leica. So we'll have him back next week in Bahrain. Bahrain is a very good track for him as well. He'll be very competitive there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in Bahrain, see if he can take pole and race to the finish in first place. But it looks like these drivers are starting to look after their tyres and do quite a bit of tyre management, because you can see they are, you know, the gaps between them are separating, and I'm not sure if you can hear that right now, but my window is just blown open from Storm Dennis outside here in the UK, so you need to be careful, make sure that doesn't smash something. Wow, it is windy outside. Thanks, Simon, for letting me know there's no issues with the stream. I was kind of hoping that you wouldn't show up and then, you know, teammate can take the win, but never mind. And we've got a safety car. So we've got a safety car. Who is... It doesn't... Oh, Santi's gone out. I cannot believe I've missed that. Where did that happen? I can't see his car anywhere on track, so it's already been DNF'd. So, oh, there it is. It's just out of... Let's switch to... Max quickly. He's just about to pass it. So it was right there, just outside of turn 8. Now, if you've come off at turn 8, you've either touched your left wheels on the outside grass, causing you to lose the front and spinning into the wall, or you've got a really, really messy exit out of turn 6, because that's one where you take a lot of curb. And if you do get messy, it kind of, you know, you immediately go into a tank slapper. The car is just jolting left and right, and if you can't correct it in time, you've hit the outside of the wall. So we've got two drivers out now, Santi and Leica, and there is a safety car. Is that another driver? Let's just switch to Castle. Looks like there's another driver out on track there. Who is that? I'm just going to have to switch between them all. Is that Santi's car there? So everyone is coming into the pits right now. Let's just see if we can catch it with AJ. So AJ's come back out. Let's see if we can see whose car it is. Oh, it's the safety car. Again, the safety car's caught me out. It's the safety car that's just sat on the track. Okay, so we've got three drivers in the pits right now. We've got Havoc, we've got Max, and we've got Jan. Havoc is down Is he down a lap? He must be down a lap because he's currently ahead of everyone else on track. So Havoc might have to overtake the safety car and race back round. Right now he's in for a whopping 4 points. So if he can keep it on track, he's going to get some nice handful of points here. So while the safety car's out, I'm just going to go mute my mic quickly and just check on Discord. Bear with me, guys. And look at me speaking to myself while my microphone is muted. Very sorry about that. I was just about to say, well, I did say in fact, Bagpuss has pitted and he's put on some fresh soft tyres. There's only 4 laps including this one left, 26, 27, 28 and 29, but the back of the pack, Castle, isn't even close to the safety car yet. So I think it'll be at least another 2 laps before the safety car begins. And could Bagpuss have stayed out on those mediums and just done 1 lap? Because this safety car is, I don't think there's any sign that it's coming in anytime soon because the pack hasn't bunched up yet. And more importantly, Havoc hasn't, you know, overtaken the safety car and caught up with the back of the pack. So is that a mistake from Bagpuss? We'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think who are in the stream? Should Bagpuss have stayed out or should he have come in? He was on 12 lap old mediums and he came in on lap 26, but there was no sign that the safety car was coming in. Should he have stayed out? Is Bagpuss's career over? And he's just picked up a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits too. Safety car's in this lap, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he did do the right thing. I think he did. I think if the safety car's coming in now, he would not have been able to... as we see Havoc hit the back of AJ slightly there. The problem with Havoc is he's going to have immediate blue flags. So I think it's probably best for him as soon as the safety car, and there goes the wind again, as soon as the safety car comes in, it will be best for him to just let all these drivers pass because he's going to have blue flags. Super Bounty saying it was a good call, he only lost 1 position. I agree with you there. So here comes the race restart. Let's see if he is getting these blue flags. I'm not sure if the timing, if there's something wrong with the timing sheet or not, but he isn't getting any blue flags right now. But he's also not in second place. Let's see what the driver behind him looks like currently. So Max is the driver behind. Got yellow flag in sector 1. I think that was Max just going slightly wide. He needs to catch up to... Oh, there we go. It's... Oh, no. He needs to catch up to Havoc so we can see if it says number 8 or number 2 on his... player name. But I suppose he's not getting blue flagged because Max is so far behind. He does need to get a move on as we see Mary coming off. Has he lost his front wing? Oh, his entire front wing apart from his nose has gone. So he had an incident there. Not sure what happened, but he is driving very slowly, and that's why we're seeing these yellow flags in sectors 1 and 2. They have come in now, but if he slows down, we will see the yellow flags there again. As one of the Red Bulls has come off, it's Mats. Mats has come off at the danger zone in 11 and 12. So it's all kicking off towards the end of the race. Did not expect this to happen at all. Max has overtaken Havoc now. So let's jump to Jan and see if we can see any blue flags ahead. Bagpuss is very close behind him. Bagpuss is going to be absolutely flying. Bagpuss may be able to get something done here as they come out of turn 2. Haven't got DRS yet, so he might not be able to. He needs to switch his ERS to overtake, which he hasn't done yet. He really should have taken advantage of that. Jan going very, very wide into turn 2. But Jan is struggling here. As you can see, he's gone slightly wide there again as we see a yellow flag pick up. This is Bagpuss's chance to get a podium spot. Can he do it? Jan is locking up left, right and centre here. He's only on 3-lap-old tyres. Bagpuss is only on 2-lap-old tyres. But it seems that Bagpuss has turned these tyres on a lot quicker. Is he going to dive down the inside? No, he's not. He's being cautious as Jan locks up both his right tyres as he's turning in to turn 9. This has got to be it. Bagpuss go down the inside and he's got the overtake almost done. He's going into turn 11 and 12. There's a little bit of contact between these drivers. Bike 3 is so sore, but oh no, Jan has managed to keep it. But Bagpuss has a far better exit out of turn 12. He's going to have a huge whop of slipstream here. Is he going to dive down the inside? No, he's not, because Jan's coming off and he looks like he broke. Oh no, he changed position under braking there. Not sure if that's going to be investigated. Oh, Bagpuss is just teasing him right now. I think ERS will be turned on lap 29. So let's wait and see if Bagpuss can get this done. But he only has a lap and a bit left to do it. Little bit of contact there between these drivers. Jan is struggling so much, and Bagpuss immediately goes down the inside into turn 16 and takes third place and a podium slot. Not sure what's going on there. Looks like Jan was just entering the rear of Bagpuss. Bagpuss goes super wide, unfortunately. He is broke very, very late, and he has lost that position. Yellow flag has been brought out, but it should be cleared anytime soon. And unfortunately, he broke under the pressure. But right now, look at Max, only 1/10 behind AJ right now, on the final lap as well. What an absolute race this is turning out to be. Can Max get it done? Will AJ be knocked off the top of the podium? We are about to see. Now, he's a bit too far behind, I think. AJ's got his ERS set to overtake. Max has got his set to high. If he wants to do it, it has to be here. It has to be on the exit of turn 12. Let's just hope he can keep it in. Yes, he can, and look how close he is behind. He's got his DRS open too. Can he get this overtake done as they come through to turn 13? No, AJ is moving under braking again, I think. Everyone seems to be doing that today. Max is so close behind right now. If he's got to do it now, it has to be on the exit of turn 16. He needs to get a perfect exit in order to get this overtake done. Will he be able to do it? I don't think he will. I think he's a bit too far away. And AJ is going to take the win. Congratulations, AJ. Congratulations, Max. We'll switch to Jan now. Mats has actually overtaken Bagpuss as well, as we see Jan cross the line. Well done, Jan, taking the final spot on the podium. But I think he might have had a penalty because Mats has taken it and Bagpuss crosses the line, making up the top 5. Here comes Castle, finishing in 6th place. And finally, we're just waiting on Mary, who's got 2/3 of the lap to go. In fact, he's just coming around turn 8 now. Let's ride on board with him and see how he does. So, if Mary can finish this race, it looks like 8 drivers are going to be getting points here. Congratulations, guys. What an absolute beast of a race. Who has the fastest lap? It's AJ with a 1:23.875. A whopping 26 points for AJ. Pending investigation, of course. Not just AJ, all drivers, because I imagine there's going to be quite a few reports coming in. Oh, he spun! Don't lose the wheel! Don't lose the wheel! There you go, come on, across the line. You can do it, Mary. So close to finishing. You can do it, just cross that line. The line's ahead. You still need to keep going. Come on, come on, come on. And there you go. What an absolutely fantastic race. 10 drivers started, 8 drivers finished. 2 big incidents. I imagine there's going to be lots of reports. And remember, for all the D1 drivers listening, if you want to make a report, please use the new function I programmed for our league bot, Gwendolyn. Right, so I was just taking a picture of the results there so I can add them to the database. And thank you everyone for watching. We are about to get ready for Division 2, which is going to start at 7:15 UTC. So that will be in about 40 minutes. We do hope that you can join us there and watch for another amazing stream. I think Leica and possibly AJ are going to be commentating there. They commentated last week and they were amazing, so I hope you guys will do it again. Thanks everyone for watching. What an amazing start to Division 1, Race 1, Season 1 for online Formula Racing. That's Dr. Robot out, and have a good day.